let's get started with league play for week 4 for the Rocket League Championship Series for the North American region. Starting off with the best of 5 between Ghost and FlyQuest, with the commentary is Wavepunk and Final Carpet.
Axel Toss considers it a mistake that he picked against FlyQuest last week, as they went 2-0, had a great week there. So he continues his streak of bad decision-making here, picking against FlyQuest again, as they're going to be going up against Ghost. Now, this particular battle, I got to give it to him. Very, very difficult match to predict who is going to come out with the victory here. I definitely sat there for a long time thinking about which one I was going to pick there. I think I went with FlyQuest in the end, but still, either way, this is the battle of the two teams who have managed to pull off the upsets. FlyQuest has a win over G2. Ghost has a win over NRG. Both have a veteran player that is playing the best we've seen them out of all the seasons they've played. So this match has a lot in store for us right now.
It took me about 20 seconds to pick for mine.
Oh, really?
I have faith in FlyQuest. Corrupted G played out of his mind last week, and I know just in general, seeing Sat Jr. and after chatting with him, knowing that he really, really wants to make his mark and put himself in the land yet again for the 4th time in a row. That being said, talk about classics, since we do have easy demolitions now. Yeah. Well, not easy, but since everyone has said that something's a little bit different, right?
The players feel much more comfortable demoing right now.
And they feel like demolitions are a bit more of a thing they can confidently go for, right?
They certainly can. So we will get into the match here. We will see who is able to come out with a victory of both these teams who have made waves. You heard Kernovi in his interviews predicting FlyQuest to be the team most likely to take the victory, to take away the reigning championship title from NRG. So we'll see if they're able to do it here. Corrupted G starting off early, picking up a pass from the corner. He'll put this one through just 15 seconds into the game.
He wants to pad those stats just a bit. Look at the banner. That's the first time seeing a banner. I almost forgot.
Easy.
Calculated, easy. Corrupted G. He will not miss a shot.
This is going to be a lot of fun. There's definitely like a significant number of banners I have yet to see, so I'm excited to see these players are rocking today.
The best part is we don't get to know until they score.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. We can see at the very end of the game, too, with the team who wins. Classics looking for Lethamyr, trying to find a connection. This one pass will go back out in the middle. Here comes a follow-up, but blocked away there by Zane Jackie. Sad Jr. will follow along to 50-50, just able to get there first. Lethamyr with a solid clear. Zane Jackie falling through the air, over the top of Chrome, back down into the box. Lethamyr in to finish it. Look at this pass from Zane Jackie.
The one right off the ceiling to put it down as fast as possible for his teammate. Zane Jackie beating Chrome on defense. Corrupted G facing the wrong way, completely grounded. No way he'll get there before Lethamyr puts it under the crossbar. Tie game, 4:20 left.
They definitely believed that Chrome would get there in time. The blazing touch from Zane Jackie will send it away. Lethamyr finishes it off. Well, we got a tie game here in game number 1. Best of 5 between these two neck-and-neck teams. We'll make waves and statements here in week 4. Chrome slowing this down in the corner. Classics will touch it high. Now Sad Jr. He's got this one in the midfield by himself. His teammates tangled up in the corner. 50-50 from Lethamyr goes out to mid. Chrome looking for Sad Jr. on top of the box, back in front, cleared away. G now in his own corner past one. Zane Jackie airborne first onto the backboard, but Sad Jr. with the touch away. Now Lethamyr to Zane Jackie, shot towards net. It's wide and Chrome will clear it. Zane Jackie with a follow here. He'll just remain in the one position, now carrying it towards the box again. Corrupted G with a soft save. And Chrome's 50-50 goes back into his own corner. Lethamyr looks for Corrupted G in net. And the pressure from Ghosts right now really being put on here. Continue to pressure this.
They do have control, but not a lot of these shots on net. More threatening to beat shots, so it is forcing the defense to push it through, but they're not going for that second contest. You can see right here, unanswered again. If they'd been there to contest it, they would have beat the defender, but they're not dedicating too hard just yet.
Zane Jackie in his own corner. Drop this one back. Some soft touches from both sides. Lethamyr over to the side, and Zane Jackie will look to back pass. He puts it out into the middle here, away from the offensive players from FlyQuest. Carries this one around in his own corner. Zane Jackie now pressuring in. He'll look to set it up off the backboard. Gets it past one, dropping it down, but the follow from Sad Jr. off of the wall will take it away from Classics, who wanted to take the shot. From over the top of one, Zane Jackie rotating. Lethamyr hangs back in his own half. The shot comes through from Classics. Now give the lead over to the Ghosts.
I was unprepared. The defender was unprepared. This shot from Classics really striking in with a beautiful penguin banner. Corrupted G wanted to drop that straight down for Sad Jr. You could tell they were already trying to prepare for a counterattack. Corrupted was going to drop it, and Sad was prepared to try and clear that for him. But Classics, bodying its way in between that, passing, and unable to do that. They will now be up by 1 goal.
Just past halftime, plenty of time for FlyQuest to equalize once more. Junior over the top of Lethemir. Zane Jackie picks it up with the read. Touch is soft, but he'll be able to follow it up. Classics will just loft a bit of demolition onto Chrome. Have a bit of space there, but Lethemir makes use of all of it, sends it all the way down the net, puts it through demolition, and then just all the defenders felt like were over on the side wall, leaving it wide open here for Lethemir.
Yeah, Corrupted G, after he saw the demo, probably wanted a nice hard high clear, but a slight mistouch as he had to read it quick. He didn't have a lot of time before it bounced too far off that wall, and he was in a bad position, so he had no choice but to try and clear that, but when it was a bit weaker than anticipated, he gave it up after that demolition.
Ghost now down by 2. They'll go for the cheat up kickoff. Let's see if they can equalize quickly. Ghost or Chrome there with a solid shot, cleared away by Lethemir. Sajin moves to the other corner. Chrome misses in enemy territory now. Zane Jackie with the follow through, going for the soft play, pulling up the defender and then looking to drop it loosely. Classics takes another shot towards the blocks, blocked away by Chrome, but Zane Jackie in with another shot. This one goes high. Pass to Classics, they'll keep the offense going. Classics and Zane Jackie doing significant amounts of work on the offense right now, with Lethemir just working in that anchor position, working as the 3 who moves in when he needs to, but then falls back quickly and allows Zane and Classics to stay aggressive. Chrome with a soft touch towards the box. Sad Junior might look to redirect, but interrupted by Lethemir. Now with the solid clears, they're able to move it into the box and keep it there. Bit of offensive pressure here from FlyQuest. We'll be able to get that one through the loose Ghost player. Wins a 50-50 with Zane Jackie to put it to the far side. And Lethemir will soft touch this one over the midfield line. But final minute of game 1 here. And down by 2, FlyQuest needs to find a way to score. They're getting the pressure they need. They have to be able to send shots on net. The pass up towards Corrupted G will not connect. Lethemir will send it back out to midfield, steal a boost, and then he's just trying to buy time at this point.
Yeah, and you can see just Ghost spreading out on defense, putting someone on the backboard already. Lethemir waiting on the back, Zane Jackie waiting on the ground, and Classics there to follow behind. So they're really covering all their ground so they don't give up any goals here in the last 30 seconds.
Zane Jackie to pass towards Classics, shot towards net over the top of the last defender. Can he finish this one off? He lofts it again. Zane Jackie's up, but this one slow enough, and Sad Junior with the speed, get it away, keep them from scoring again. But playing defense is not going to win FlyQuest any games here. Have to move this one down the field, and as the final 10 seconds counting down, Ghost going to be able to take game number 1, even up till halftime, and then 2 quick goals gave Ghost the lead. They'll hold on. Just got to do it 2 more times.
Definitely still a bit quiet for both teams. Only 4 shots for FlyQuest and 8 shots for Ghost. So while it is double, 8 shots still sometimes can be misconstrued, especially since not all those were massive threats on the net. 3-1, only 2 assists for Ghost and only 3 saves for FlyQuest and a single save for Ghost Gaming. Kind of quiet for both teams, but you know, a win's a win. Ghost did play the way they needed to play. They seemed to, you know, and once they had the lead, they dropped back and they played a lot more patient. Yeah. Which that's kind of like, I don't want to say a controversy, but that is like a philosophy that some teams might not do. Some teams are like, we just have to continue the way we're playing because clearly it's getting us the win. And some like to drop on defense because they're confident. And being confident on defense, I think, is really strong. Yeah. But I think FlyQuest will need to pull it off that backboard a bit more because they were relying on it a bit too much.
It was interesting to me that we saw here Lethemir scoring 2 of the 3 goals that Ghost put in, but then once they had that 2-goal lead, he was playing a lot of anchor, a lot of third. He was hanging in the back and allowing Zane Jackie and Classics just to be bullies up and in the net. And the one thing we didn't see a lot of, we talked about a lot pregame, is that, you know, the most recent patch made demolitions a little bit more available for all the pros. We saw almost no demolitions in this game.
Yeah, and that's a little uncharacteristic. And I think a lot of times what you'll see is whenever a team is up and they want to find their comforts, they go to their natural states. Classics' natural state is not in his own half. His natural state is in someone else's half, doing whatever he can.
And there was the one goal I forgot for a moment there, where they demolished Chrome that put him in the corner that created the 2v3, and that was kind of, I think that was the 3rd goal we saw there from Ghost. So it did come into play, but it wasn't a significant amount of offensive, of bullying, of physical play. So we'll see if they continue to play the same way here. And will FlyQuest be able to find an answer? Felt like they had good defense and good transitional play, but struggled to move defenders into the corners, create open shots. Zane Jackie to carry this one at the beginning of game 2. Over the top of 2, puts it in by himself. Look at Zane Jackie go.
Watching two go for this, I was a bit scared. You saw Lethamyr underneath, not expecting Zanejackie to get yet another touch. His third one in a row, even just completely pulling out that defender, giving them the first goal within 20 seconds.
To carry it up and then get on the side of the ball and push it over ever so slightly to change the trajectory, the defender would miss. And cheat up kickoff going well here for Ghosts. They look to see if they can get up by 2. Prepagine into the corner, Zanejackie picks this up, wraps it back around, puts it back into the box. Beautiful control. There'll be no follow-up from his teammates, but excellent maneuvers. Classic shot over the top of the one roll from Prepagine. Be blocked away by FlyQuest defense. A touch over the top of Chrome. Just these soft touches that are barely moving the FlyQuest players out of contention. Oh, Classics up onto the backboard. Another shot from Zanejackie. The pressure here, and they're just beating FlyQuest to the ball by a millimeter over and over again.
Yes, Sad Junior felt pressured to coming in for that, assuming it was going to get contested. And I think him and Corrupted could have communicated a bit more there. If Corrupted knew no one was contesting, he should have told Sad Junior to leave it so that he can clear it out. Sad Junior felt like he had to push it to the side, but somebody was there patiently waiting to push it right back in front of net.
Now, I believe this is 5 unanswered goals that we've seen Ghosts put up. So it was FlyQuest scoring early in game number 1, and they have yet to put another one in. 2 goals in the first minute from Ghost in game number 2. Very much in control right now. The play pass, Classic, Sad Junior, Prepagine bunched up, gives them options, but also makes it easy to tackle. Prepagine with Chrome in direct support. Prepagine over the top of 2. Touch, pinch into the corner. Sad Junior tries to bump Lethamyr. And what a 50-50 pass Zanejackie as well, doing a lot of solo work instead of rotating. Just following along the ball. Prepagine demo to the midfield, he'll spawn back. Sad Junior moves up. Some long clears coming through from both sides right now. 3:08 left on the clock. Still Ghosts up by 2.
FlyQuest has had 3 shots total this game. Not a lot for them.
Oh, good pass from Chrome. Prepagine couldn't put it on the target. It's a solid offensive play, probably the best play we've seen from them since they scored early in game 1. The defensive block from Sad Junior, the miss from Lethamyr. They'll keep the ball in the box. FlyQuest looks to play defensive, keep this one away. Cannot afford to be scored on right now. Zanejackie will come through, he'll put it in, and they could possibly be sealing it right here before halftime in game 2.
I've got to give it to Gibbs, man. Classics is playing out of his mind right now. That pass out to Zanejackie, to Sadjackie.
Sadjackie, sure.
Jackie. Happy Zanejackie. But even that, Classics bringing it in that time before, that save by Sad Junior. I can't believe you actually read it. But Classics carrying it all the way and then almost getting his own rebound off the side of the goal. So he really is playing consistent right now and not as physical as usual. Maybe it's a conscious decision.
I don't see... I mean, it feels like right now FlyQuest is opting for very reactive play. A double demolition in the corner, not something you see very often. 2 players demolish each other there. Classics off the demolition will be far back on the defense. Oh my goodness, what a pass there from Lethamyr. Classics nearly able to finish it off. That's past 2 players. If Chrome can keep this one down, Corrupted G moves in onto the backboard to try and tap it into the box. Open net, but nobody in a position to finish it off from FlyQuest. They'll keep the ball in the orange, but finally the clear comes through all the way down the field. Lethamyr's there, he'll put it all the way. No, it can't go in. The defense holds, just barely putting their cards in the way. FlyQuest will keep the lead from increasing. 147 left to go, down by 3. Really got their work cut out for them. It's a difficult comeback, but it's happened many times.
Ghost really just finds themselves between all of these plays that FlyQuest are attempting. Right there, Lethamyr between Chrome and Corrupted. They just can't find each other right now for these passes. Ghost just seem to be everywhere.
Corrupted G in the air, over to the corner. Finally, FlyQuest starting to really pick up the pace on offense, putting more and more pressure on Chrome. Goes for the demolition in net. There's the physical play we were expecting. Zanejackie will play the pass to the corner. Keep it from crossing and creating a shot opportunity for FlyQuest. Now Chrome in again, past 2. No shooter once more. Clear it gone to the side. Final minute of game 2 approaching. FlyQuest with their work really cut out for them. They've got to score quick and fast here, Carpet.
3 goals in 1 minute is going to be pretty daunting, especially the way the Ghost has been turning around, making sure they leave somebody back. Lethamyr there again at midfield. He knew he was last defender, and he had to come contest that.
Zane just got 2 demolitions. Creating a 1v3 play for a moment here, and understandably, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Look Look at this shot.
I honestly thought Zane Jackie was going to pass this back down to Classic and he wouldn't get there in time, but instead Zane Jackie just opts for, I don't even know how there's an angle there. I don't know what part of his mind processed and said, I've got a shot here. Let's take the shot.
The replay camera, which generally is really good at capturing the action, didn't even know what to do. He's like, you couldn't even see him behind the ball. So it was such a crazy angle right there in front of the net. Beautiful stuff by Zane Jackie, essentially securing the victory here for Ghosts. They'll move up by 2 in the series. And FlyQuest, we said this was a very hotly contested match. Both these teams have had victories over big teams, over big dynasty teams. They've gotten upsets here in Season 4. But being able to secure the wins against each other is huge, and right now, Ghosts making a case that they are the better of the 2 squads.
And if we know anything about this season, everyone has been keeping their composure a lot better. We see a lot more teams really fighting when they're down by 2 games, and it just seems like they have nothing left. And you'll see it in a second here on the scoreboard. Look at Zane Jackie's stats. He got every single goal. He got all 4 goals with 6 shots. That's actually insane.
That is bonkers.
The amount of shots is high, the accuracy is nuts, and the goals are really high as well. And something to note, so when I was looking at some stats last week for FlyQuest, FlyQuest's goals from week 2 to week 3 actually dropped, even though they seem to improve. And it seemed that maybe that means they were going for the harder plays, or the teams they're going against had a lot more defense, whatever it was. So even though it's like overall their stat dropped, they actually performed better that week. And now we see them again very low scoring, or any goals at all. They really are struggling to get anything on the board.
Once so far this season. Or this season. This series. This match. That would be really rough if it was by this season. Poor guys.
Yeah.
No.
And they just lost 4-0. I mean, 4-0 is one of the bigger gaps we've seen this season. Everything's been really close, 1-2, maybe 3-4 if we're going to get that high. But they're usually, both teams are just having an all-star match if there's going to be a lot of goals scored. So the fact that they're struggling this much makes me feel a little bit off. I'm not to be biased, but since I picked them and I was so confident about them, I'm, you know, come on. But no, they don't. I mean, they don't seem to be. I mean, I'll put it this way. I can't really say much about FlyQuest because Ghost is playing out of their minds.
They are. They are
playing so well.
The shots that we saw Zane Jackie hitting in that game, they have scored 9 unanswered goals right now in this series. Since the very first goal of the series, FlyQuest has yet to score. And they're struggling to keep their net clean as well. Like, as much as we're seeing their defense play as good of a save as we're seeing Sad Jr. make, allowing 4 goals in a game where you are not scoring at all, very, very rough stuff. And Lethemir can score right off the bat here. The kickoff gone awry from FlyQuest, and Ghost has the lead.
Generally, you're going to want to have some plans on kickoff. Chrome did cheat up with Corrupted G, and Sad Jr. went, but Corrupted wasn't able to get the kickoff he wanted. And for those of you, I don't know how many people really pay attention to the kickoffs, but most pro teams have some sort of strategy when they're approaching a kickoff. And most people that are going for kickoffs can control where it goes to a decent degree.
Well, the kickoff is the only situation in Rocket League where you guarantee to know exactly where the ball is and exactly where all of your opponents are and exactly where all of your players are. It's the only formation sort of situation you have. So it makes sense that the teams would really think through it a very particular way, but it's also the most true 50-50 where it's just so impossible. Oh dear, is this going to go in on the touch from Corrupted G? No, Classics might be able to pass this one out. Zane Jackie turns with a 50-50 going in Sad Jr.'s favor. Lethemir moves in to keep the offense going, but they'll dodge that bullet for a moment. Keep this one away. They do not want to continue to concede goals. 10 goals straight they have conceded to Ghosts. They have to find a way to score and shut down this explosive offense right now.
When you made a comment about it, Lethemir really does seem to be finding himself more comfortable on defense, which is a little bit different than what we saw from him last season even. We knew he was quite the striker, putting in a lot of very highlightable goals. Apparently it's the tri-4 formation here.
I've never seen 3 players boosting that close together in a professional match, and they actually have offensive control right now off of it too. The 2 players bumped each other in the corner from FlyQuest, and then the third, I believe it was Sad Jr., was unable to hold on to the ball and just stall for time. Honestly surprised that even though they moved out in that super tight, ridiculous offensive formation, I'm surprised they didn't score off of that. So far, FlyQuest doing a better job shutting down the offense of Ghosts in this game. Only conceded 1 goal so far. By halftime, they had basically lost the game already in game 2 as they were down by 3. Chrome just whiffing straight past it. I don't think that was a tactical decision. I think he just straight up missed the ball. Lethemir moving down Corrupted G to follow this one through. trying to hold on to ball control. He's got Chrome to pass to him. Nice play pass one, but Lethemir, what a read. Moving it back down, nobody in net. St. Jackie looks for the zone, clears it out, and Lethemir will score.
Just smack Sad Jr. Just a good old smack in the face. Honestly, I saw St. Jackie in the net, and at first I was like, oh, someone's back on defense. And then I realized, like, oh, that's an orange player. Never mind, that's St. Jackie.
Yeah.
And then I saw him go for poor Sad Jr.
Yeah, able to clear him out, up by 2 now. Ghosts making FlyQuest's life hard. And looking like they're going to sweep them unless FlyQuest can somehow change it up. The burn continues, 11 conceded goals right now. G shot towards the net is wide. Classics with the follow, pick up his corner boost and flick it over Sad Jr. He continues to hold on to ball control here, but the 50-50 goes in Chrome's favor, but not before Classics demolishes him, which just gives all the space here to the Ghost boys. Lethemir will try to put another one in. It doesn't quite go through. St. Jackie shot is high as well, and Krupicki gets a clear, but Classics, what a read. Back into the corner. Sad Jr. just to try and slow this one down. He needs to gain some semblance of ball control, of offensive control for his team here. They are just having to play so reactive. And even there, where Krupicki's able to fake out too, St. Jackie moves in and picks it up before Krupicki can get ball control again.
Ghost won on a single thing pass. Oh, another incredible pass, but what a save.
2 went up. They'll finish it off again. Lethemir gets this one, a hat trick for him. 12 conceded goals now from Ghost.
Oh, that was the most situational pass I think I've ever seen in my life. It just happened to bounce off of St. Jackie's lifeless body as he sat there getting bumped into the corner. But just watch Ghost on defense. They're not letting anything past the halfway mark.
Can FlyQuest score is my question right now. They do not want to get shut out 2 games in a row here, especially with the degree that they're getting scored on. Want to at least gain a bit of honor back at this point. 1:47 left to go, down by 3. Quite the comeback to force game 4. They're going to put another one in. 2 games now. They've conceded 4 goals. They have yet to score in either.
FlyQuest is really struggling to communicate at this point and be a team. Chrome coming a little too far from outside of net for that. Corrupted G on the back wall. Sad Jr. had contested that earlier. It doesn't really, an awkward semblance kind of what they're forming right now. I don't truly understand what they're approaching at the moment.
That was the most neutral kickoff I think I maybe have ever seen. And finally, Corrupted G will put the goal in. He'll stop the bleed. And what is this, 13 goals straight? And finally, we see FlyQuest get on the lead. I've never seen the kickoff and the cheat up completely neutral. Or maybe once or twice, but still, yeah, that was pretty crazy.
And it still ended up going in someone's favor. FlyQuest able to get a goal. Corrupted G now the only one to score for his team this series.
They need to tie the greatest comeback in RLCS history to make this series go on. They not want to get swept here. Lethemir sends the shot towards net. This one lofted there, nobody in the back. Classics will just put it straight in. 4-goal game once more. 1:18 left on the clock. Basically over here for FlyQuest as Ghost has just dismantled them.
I mean, just so many double commits from FlyQuest. A lot of just hard clears giving up possession. They really haven't felt like they've had control. And I think a lot of that can be also attested to Ghost really putting on the pressure, stealing as much boost as possible, stopping everything at the midway line, really making them feel like they have no choice but to clear as opposed to getting a passing play. While FlyQuest really hasn't been too organized, Ghost really has been bringing it to him.
They really have been able to just be completely in control here. Corrupted G will put another goal in and make the series a little bit more respectable here for FlyQuest. But at this point, I'm losing faith that there's any chance they're going to be able to come back in this game. Still down by 3 with a minute left.
Especially the way Ghost has been playing defense. They really have been stacking that net, making sure they're covering all grounds. One on the ground, one on the net, one on the backboard, someone contesting. Just labeled 4 positions. That's how it's probably feeling for them.
You know, yeah, just feeling a little bit undermanned, a bit overwhelmed. As Ghost has been completely in control. Corrupted G could possibly put in another one here. Able to find the follow-up there, but Classics, excellent defense. Lethemir with the transition down the field, and Classics, it just goes in off the touch from Lethemir, unable to make the clear there. Back up again.
This touch, though.
Oh
that touch was incredible. Chrome missed the boost. That's got to be crushing. He could have had that, but he just missed the corner boost. Tried to find his way to potentially even wave dash there across the net.
We're up to
6-2.
6-2. 8 goals so far in the game. World record's 11 in a game. That's happened many times. 4 or 5 times so far, but never been broken. And at this point, they're running out of time to hit that record. But a dominating win here from Ghosts. They had complete control. At the very beginning of the series, We saw FlyQuest score, and then we saw Ghosts come back and tie it up. We thought we got a series on our hands here, but ever since that moment, they run away with it. Another goal there by Corrupted G, but still, just basically padded fantasy stats at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pass in from Chrome, to be honest, and that is Corrupted G's 4th goal this series, and the 4th goal for his entire team. He's got 3 goals to 4 shots, so he's got incredible accuracy right now, 75% just this game alone. But yeah, there's no way they're going to get these 3 goals in the last 13 seconds. It's really just seems to be a story of, oh wow.
They only need 2 more to break the record.
Here I am.
I mean, can you, oh my, FlyQuest would have scored 2 more. With the salt banner, oh, that's beautiful. Seriously, I have not seen the vast majority of these. This is pretty fun. Love it when they add new stuff. Wonder if we'll get to see a DFH day or a Champions Field day today. 2 really gorgeous maps. That one will touch the ground. No records broken here. Ghosts 3 games straight. Complete domination here. Putting up incredible numbers against FlyQuest, who have to figure some stuff out as they look forward to the rest of the day, because this series did not go as they planned.
And it'd be so I genuinely can't tell if at the end FlyQuest turned it on that hard, or if it seemed that Ghost, they were up in such a lead, they were probably playing a little bit more willy-nilly than usual. FlyQuest, they couldn't really get much. Chrome finally got a goal, but prior to that, Corrupted G scored their only 4 goals that entire series. They really struggled to communicate, a lot of double commits, punished hard by Ghost. They were getting caught at the midpoint, and it seemed like they had no backup plan. They had an idea going into the series, but then once that got interrupted by Ghost, which is kind of expected because they are the bully team, it's generally how we describe them. We've got Classics, loves to bump. Chrome, also a big demolitioner. Demolitioner? I guess that works.
Sure, why not? I can't think of a better way to phrase it right now. It was a lot of, demos were important in this series, but it didn't feel like there was a significantly larger number of them than usual. The most interesting thing was kind of the in the corner where they both destroyed each other. That's not something you see very often. So a lot of kind of interesting, fun things happening in these games, but Ghost's going to take the victory cleanly here in 3 games, and we'll send it back to the desk for more analysis.
Yeah, a weird week last week for Ghosts, but turning it around in a big way and getting a sweep to start things off. Remember, both of these teams will play again today, but Ghosts with a sweep over FlyQuest. Let's jump straight into the Mobile One high-performance replay and look at some of the highlights there. Guys, it really wasn't that close at all. I feel good for Ghosts in a certain sense because they finally get to play as a full team for an entire week, it seems like so far, and they look good in the process.
So at the start of this whole season, I had question marks about Classics and Zane Jackie. Classics has answered those over these past few weeks, and Zane Jackie was still a little questionable, but we saw it in this series right here. When Zane is on, Ghost is a very scary team. In both games 1 and 2, made an incredible pass play in game 1, an incredible shot in game 2 to open up the scoring for their team. And it just seemed like every single play, Zane Jackie was involved somehow. And if that's going to continue throughout the season, Ghost is a team to watch out for top 2 spot.
Yeah, especially because they have so many more matches ahead of them, plenty of time to make something happen there. And Zane Jackie, so many solo plays. He didn't really need his teammates to get involved with them, just making goals happen from nothing. So really well done there from Zane Jackie. I thought Ghost was absolutely so impressive throughout that whole series.
And then plus, we were talking about the new banners and stuff. We did not see Sad Junior's banner the entire time because they didn't win a game and he didn't score a goal. So we'll have to wait and see it later on today, but it just looked like FlyQuest couldn't get anything done. Their 2 goals for most of the whole series was just 2 face-off goals. That's how it worked out. Besides that, like they scored the one in the very beginning of the game, like 10 seconds in, and then Corrupted G had one other one. They finally got some in at the end of game 3, but who knows if that's just no one really caring as much because the score is so out of place. So we'll see going forward if they can pick up their offense. But it looked really rough for them. They couldn't get the ball just out of their own half pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, I don't think it was even necessarily the offense that was the biggest problem. It was just that they didn't really put any pressure at all on Ghost. And we were talking earlier about like the defense there from FlyQuest. There was not much interference play at all. Whereas on the other hand, we saw Classics taking every opportunity he could to just stop any FlyQuest play possible. And when you just don't have that pressure, you're not going to be as successful.
So for both these 2 teams, they play again today. What kind of approach do we need to see? Obviously, Ghost is going to be very happy after that result. I'm looking at Twitter right now. We're getting some tweets coming in. But especially in regards to FlyQuest, it's not a good result at all for them. In 03, it didn't look like they were together at all. Corrupted G had some great moments. But what needs to be the focus for FlyQuest especially, I guess, looking forward? Because they're playing NRG a little bit later.
They have to find their teammates. I feel like every single time they were just too worried about, we have no boost, let's just throw the ball down the field. Hopefully we can get boost and then try and take the ball away, but they never could. So Ghost just kept that pressure going. They have to find their teammates somehow. We saw a couple passes like Chrome tried for that sideways pass to Corrupted early on in the series, and Corrupted just whiffed on it. Then later he did connect with it. So it seems like they're slowly getting there by game 3, but it's RLCS time. Like, you can't come into games 1 and 2 completely flat and expect to win a series. So they got to make sure they're ready for games 1 and 2 versus Energy.
Yeah, I think that the ball distribution just totally needs to change. Every one of their clears going straight to the other team, not looking for open space at all. And like you said, not looking for teammates to get those team clears, which are so important. That's what makes it difficult to read plays. And, I mean, FlyQuest were not difficult to read at all.
Well, amazing start here today for Ghost. Again, they're playing a little bit later. So is FlyQuest as well. We have 5 more matches coming your way here on twitch.tv/Rocket League. Coming up next, it's going to be G2 going up against Rogue as league play week 4 continues for the Rocket League Championship Series.